Okay, lesson number 3, 16th note grooves. So last week we were doing our eighth notes, right? That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now if I double the eighth note, I get the 16th. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, right? 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. That's how we're counting our 16ths. So we're calling these 16th notes because we're playing the 16ths on the hi-hat, right? 16th note grooves, we're doing 16th notes on the hi-hat. So our first groove there is the classic sort of rock groove with the bass drum on 1 and 3, the snare on 2 and 4, but we're playing 16th notes on the hi-hat. So it's going to sound something like this. One E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Going a little bit faster. And then faster than that. Okay, the next groove we did was our classic bass snare pattern, right? But we're playing it as 16th notes. So we got the two kicks on 1 and 3 and the snare on 2 and 4, but those extra notes on the hi-hat stretch it out a bit. So one E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a little bit faster. And then faster than that. Okay, example number 3 was the bass on 1 and then 3 and, the classic bass snare groove. Let's try it out. Okay, speeding it up. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and sorry, let's do that a bit faster actually. Okay, so now our next grooves. These are the ones with the dotted rhythms on them, okay? So the first one, right, it's got the bass drum on 1E and 3E. Those are the first two notes of the 16th note. So like 1E and a, right? 3E and a. It's going to sound like this. One E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. If we do that faster. Then faster still. Okay, our next groove had the bass drum on the 1 ah and the 3 ah, right? So that means it's on the first note of the 16th note and then the last note of the 16th. So it's like 1 E and ah. 3 E and ah. That's where our bass drum is going to be, okay? 1 E and ah, 2 E and ah, 3 E and ah, 4 E and ah, 1 E and ah, 2 E and ah, 3 E and ah, 4 E and ah. Speeding it up a bit. And then faster. Okay, the next groove. So this is kind of a classic groove. It's when you have the bass drum on 1, and then it's on the ah of 2, and then on 3. So you got 2 bass drums in a row right there. Ah 3, okay? Ah 3. Let's play that. One E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and faster. And then faster. Okay, and then finally, the last one, groove 7. It's the same thing, except we just added 1 bass drum onto the ah of 4, right? It's right there on the very last beat. So this one's going to sound like this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Faster. Faster. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the 16th note grooves we learned. Practice them hard, obviously. Start slow, gradually go faster with them. Again, don't play if your hand starts to lock up, if your wrist starts to lock up, don't go that fast. Only go as fast as you can go while you are still loose and relaxed. Okay? Awesome.